The trader you become. Why your nervous system doesn't feel safe while trading. Have you ever promised yourself, next time I won't move my stop loss? And then you move it anyway? Or maybe you've told yourself, I'll only take A-plus setups today. But somehow you find yourself taking trades you never planned. Or maybe you've spent months trying to become more disciplined, only to feel like you're fighting yourself every day. Most traders think they have a discipline problem. But what if that's not the real problem? What if your nervous system simply doesn't feel safe? Because when your nervous system feels unsafe, it starts trying to protect you. And that protection often looks exactly like the behaviors traders are trying to eliminate. Moving stop losses, overtrading, revenge trading, hesitation, FOMO, constantly changing strategies. The surprising part is that many traders don't even realize they're operating from a state of unsafety. Today I want to talk about how to recognize the signs that your nervous system doesn't feel safe while trading and what you can do about it. Because sometimes the problem isn't discipline. Sometimes the problem is safety. Chapter 1. The hidden problem. Most traders never consider. Most traders spend years trying to fix behavior. More discipline, more rules, more motivation, more self-control. But they never ask, why is this behavior happening in the first place? Many trading mistakes are actually protective behaviors. Your nervous system is constantly asking one question, am I safe? When the answer is no, the nervous system shifts into survival mode. And survival mode changes how you think, how you feel, how you perceive risk, how you make decisions. The market itself may not be dangerous, but your nervous system may perceive danger in losing money, being wrong, missing a trade, experiencing drawdowns, failing again, looking foolish. When that happens, your nervous system begins protecting you, and that protection often creates the exact behaviors that hurt your trading. Chapter 2. What is the nervous system? Before we go further, let's briefly talk about what the nervous system actually is. Your nervous system is your body's threat detection system. Its job is survival. Thousands of years ago, it protected humans from predators, starvation, and physical danger. Today, however, the nervous system often reacts to psychological threats. And here's the important part. Your nervous system doesn't always know the difference between a tiger chasing you and a trade moving against you. Not because they're equally dangerous, but because both can activate a threat response. When your nervous system senses danger, it prepares you to survive. Heart rate increases. Breathing becomes shallow. Muscles tighten, attention narrows. The body prepares for action. This response is useful when facing genuine danger, but it becomes a problem when it shows up while trading. Because clear execution becomes difficult when your nervous system thinks it's fighting for survival. Chapter 3. Fear wears disguises. Many traders think fear feels like fear, but often it doesn't. Fear wears disguises. Fear can look like perfectionism, overanalysis, constantly changing strategies, needing certainty before entering, watching every tick, hesitation, taking profits too early, moving stop losses, overtrading, revenge trading, comparing yourself to other traders. Many traders say, "I'm not afraid," while their behavior is screaming fear. That's because fear often hides behind logic. Chapter 4. Signs your nervous system feels unsafe. Physically, it may look like a racing heart, tight shoulders, tension in your chest, restlessness, difficulty concentrating, feeling hot, feeling unable to sit still. Emotionally, it may appear as anxiety, frustration, impatience, urgency, panic, irritation. Mentally, it often sounds like, I need to do something. I can't lose this trade. What if I'm wrong? I need to fix this. Behaviorally, it often shows up as moving stops, taking profits too early, watching every candle, overtrading, hesitating, jumping between strategies, checking P and L constantly. These are often signs that your nervous system does not feel safe. Chapter 5. What am I trying to protect myself from? This is one of the most powerful questions a trader can ask. When you move a stop loss, what am I protecting myself from? Maybe being wrong, taking a loss, feeling like a failure. When you hesitate, what am I protecting myself from? Maybe another loss, disappointment. When you overtrade, what am I protecting myself from? Maybe missing opportunities, not making enough money. Often the behavior isn't the problem. The behavior is the nervous system trying to protect you. Chapter 6. Actual risk versus emotional threat. This distinction changed how I view trading psychology. Feeling unsafe does not necessarily mean you are unsafe. Many traders confuse "I feel danger" with "I am in danger." But they are not the same thing. Sometimes the stop is valid. The setup is valid. The risk is controlled. Nothing has changed, but your nervous system has become activated. The emotional threat feels real, yet the actual risk remains unchanged. Learning to separate emotional threat from actual risk is a major trading skill. Chapter 7. One of the most important lessons I learned. One of the most important lessons I learned in trading came from position sizing. For a long time, I believed stop-loss discipline required more willpower. I thought I needed to become tougher, more disciplined, more mentally strong. But eventually, I discovered something surprising. When I reduced my position size, it became much easier to respect my stop losses. It became easier to accept risk. It became easier not to interfere. It became easier to let trades play out. The market didn't change. My strategy didn't suddenly become better. What changed was that my nervous system felt safer. Losing no longer felt as threatening. And because losing felt less threatening, I found myself making fewer emotional decisions. That lesson completely changed how I think about trading psychology. Chapter 8. Find the position size your nervous system can handle. Every trader needs to figure out what amount of risk their nervous system can genuinely tolerate. Not what they wish they could tolerate. Not what another trader can tolerate. Their own amount. Because if the dollar amount feels too large, the nervous system starts interfering. You watch every candle. You negotiate with the stop. You start hoping. You manage from fear. The goal is to find a position size where you can honestly say, if this stop gets hit, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be okay. That is often where better execution begins. The best position size is not the biggest position you can take. It's the biggest position you can execute correctly. Chapter 9. Make trading safer by reducing emotional decisions. One thing I eventually realized is that many trading mistakes happen because we are forced to make too many decisions while emotions are active. Think about what happens when a trader enters a position without a clear plan. No predefined stop loss, no predefined target, no risk accepted beforehand. Now every candle becomes a decision. Should I get out? Should I move my stop? Should I take profit? Should I hold longer? Every one of those decisions creates an opportunity for fear, hope, frustration, impatience, or uncertainty to interfere. The nervous system becomes overloaded. And when the nervous system feels threatened, it usually wants immediate relief. That relief often comes in the form of emotional decisions. Many traders believe the solution is becoming more disciplined. But another solution is reducing the number of emotional decisions you need to make. This is why many professional traders make as many important decisions as possible before entering the trade. They decide where the stop goes, why the stop goes there, how much risk they're taking, what invalidates the setup, where targets are located, how they will manage the trade before the trade is active, not during the trade. Some traders even use automatic stop losses and predefined profit targets, not because automation guarantees better trading, but because automation removes some of the biological pressure to make split-second emotional decisions while the trade is active. The goal isn't to become robotic. The goal isn't to eliminate discretion. The goal is to reduce unnecessary emotional improvisation, because every additional emotional decision creates another opportunity for fear to take control. Structure helps the nervous system feel safer, and when the nervous system feels safer, execution often becomes easier. Chapter 10. What to do when you notice survival mode. The goal is not to eliminate fear, the goal is to recognize it sooner. When you notice racing thoughts, urgency, panic, frustration, obsessing over the trade, pause. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of right now? Then ask, has my setup actually changed? Or, has my nervous system changed? That question alone can create a meaningful pause between emotion and action and help you recognize the early signs that your nervous system is becoming activated. Because many times, the setup is still valid. The risk is still controlled. The nervous system is simply reacting to uncertainty. Chapter 11. What professionals understand? Many traders believe professionals are fearless. They're not. Professionals simply create systems that make uncertainty manageable. They define risk before entering, accept losses beforehand, use position sizes they can tolerate, trade fewer setups, use predefined rules, limit daily losses, avoid emotional improvisation. Professionals are not trying to eliminate uncertainty. They are trying to function within uncertainty. The goal is not to eliminate discomfort. The goal is to increase your capacity to handle discomfort without entering survival mode. Chapter 12. The real goal. Many struggling traders ask, how do I become more disciplined? Professionals eventually ask a different question. How do I execute my process consistently despite losses? That shift changes everything, because your nervous system does not trust that you can handle losses, so it keeps trying to protect you. The solution is not forcing yourself harder. The solution is gradually proving to yourself, I can take a loss and survive. I can be wrong and survive. I can respect my stop and survive. I can have a red day and survive. One trade at a time, one stop loss at a time, one well-executed decision at a time. That is where confidence is built, not by avoiding losses, but by surviving them. Final thoughts. If you're struggling with discipline right now, consider this possibility. Maybe you don't have a discipline problem. Maybe you have a safety problem. Maybe your nervous system is trying to protect you. And maybe the next stage of your growth isn't learning how to fight yourself harder. Maybe it's learning how to create enough safety that your nervous system finally trusts you. If this video resonated with you, share it with another trader who may be walking through the same struggle. And if you'd like more content like this, subscribe and continue the journey. Because the trader you become is shaped not only by the strategy you trade, but by the state of mind you repeatedly trade from.